Welcome to Team T.M.I, made up of members Bill Ball, Eduardo Pinaro, and Fallon Stillman. Great audio recordings in a professional studio using analog equipment absolutely depend on proper calibration of the tape recorder. Analog tape recorders, such as the 2-inch 24-track Studer 880 tape machine here, are worth thousands of dollars because of their high-quality electronic components. They do require calibration and alignment constantly, so that they perform at their highest level. When the tape machine is not aligned and calibrated correctly, each day that results in a poor quality recording. For this reason, we chose to create a workshop demonstrating how to align the tape machine. To demonstrate the importance of proper alignment, Team T.M.I incorporated a live recording session at Primary Sound Studio in Bloomington with a local artist. We recorded a song onto both unaligned and aligned tracks. Here is a sample of a recording when the tape machine is not aligned properly. Now you will hear the same song performed at the same time but recorded onto aligned tracks. This recording was presented to workshop participants after they had learned the alignment process.
Everyone knows what's happened to me. Everyone sees my face. There's a story around town, I killed my best friend. I tore out the pages of my Bible and said...
Aligning an analog tape machine is procedurally intensive and can be a daunting task even for experienced audio engineers. There are many steps involved and it is very detail-oriented for a 3-hour workshop. The recording industry values these recording machines because of the nostalgia and the sonic benefits of analog tape. Though it is fully expected that the learner will be able to correctly align the Studer 880 by the conclusion of the workshop, it is not expected of them to memorize all of the necessary steps, like proper meter readings, components, and locations. Though this workshop was designed as a means to introduce the students to the process and concepts of analog tape alignment, it's predominantly designed so that the learner will have the sufficient tools needed to properly align the machine in the future. These tools are, in effect, the instructional materials and are quite important to the course. The project was born as a result from a relationship between the IU Jacobs School of Music Recording Arts program and the local Bloomington studio Primary Sound. Primary Sound draws IU interns, so there has been a need to develop a training intervention for the tape alignment process. This workshop is to be utilized every year with new interns. The stakeholders, recording art students, musicians, and the studio owner, stand to benefit greatly from the workshop, demonstrating how to properly align the tape machine. This will create high-quality recordings. T.M.I performed a full learner task and context analysis to build a framework for the project. From these components, we determined the learner had to have experience as a recording engineer. The learner would witness a live tutorial of the task by the owner, and the workshop would take place at an actual professional recording studio using industry-standard analog recording equipment. As you can see from these pictures, the workshop setting and the context of the situation were in an actual control room of a working professional studio. The students experienced hands-on training of the calibration and learned how to operate the tape machine controls. Meeting with the studio owner was key to developing the instructional plan. It was decided a small group of 10 or less would be optimum for allowing a lecture format with individualized hands-on training. The objectives were based around both conceptual and procedural. The conceptual objectives included learners describing bias theory, tape type identification, why a tape machine needs to be cleaned and demagnetized. The procedural objectives entailed cleaning, demagnetizing, tape loading, head alignment, level and EQ adjustments, and various other level adjustments. Team T.M.I used the following motivational strategies. Attention was captured by playing audio examples and providing a workbook that was sequenced along with the tutorial presentation. Relevance was established by allowing learners to gain valuable skills that are marketable in the recording industry. Confidence was gained by providing an opportunity for students to successfully align the tape recorder. Satisfaction was established when students heard the end result of an aligned recording. This workshop contained both the studio equipment listed here and materials included in both the student and instructor handbook. These handbooks included a multitude of learning resources listed on this screen. The workshop time lasted approximately 3 hours. Additionally, each student was required to fill out an online survey of their experience. Included in the student handbook were pages from the student to keep notes such as observations, required equipment details, and alignment notes. Included in the student handbook was a 7-page reading on bias. This is one of the top misunderstood concepts in the alignment process. The reading provided students that were not engaged in hands-on activities something to read. It also featured questions to be answered. The owner stressed the importance of this concept to a high degree. For learner evaluation, the studio owner evaluated each student in the workshop with a tape machine alignment procedure performance checklist. Comments were added to each form and a copy was supplied to each student. Additionally, a test was developed and each student was required to complete it directly following the workshop. To evaluate the workshop's effectiveness based on Level 2, participant learning, we analyzed the learner's success on a post-workshop evaluation and practice observation checklist. The checklist demonstrated 100% mastery by all participants under instructor observation. We found the learners were generally successful in retaining concepts and procedural steps by the results of the learner exit exam. No student scored below a 60%. However, Team T.M.I did find an issue with one of the questions, which all students did not answer correct. This resulted in a revision of the first question for our final design. To evaluate our project based on Kirkpatrick Level 1 participant reaction, a learner and teacher satisfaction survey were developed and administered. These surveys measured participant satisfaction with the materials, motivational strategies, practice opportunities, content, scope, pacing, and appropriateness of exit evaluation. Additionally, to review participant reaction, we observed video from the workshop instruction and analyzed the learner and instructor response. When evaluating the workshop from the satisfaction surveys administered to the instructor and participants, we found our instruction to be highly successful. From the survey results, many graphs were created to conduct an analysis. This disclosed all participants were either satisfied or highly satisfied with our 6 main evaluation aspects. Only one participant was unsatisfied with the amount of practice time provided. The main stakeholder, the studio owner, also stated that he was very satisfied with all aspects of the workshop design. Thank you for viewing the Tape Alignment Project presentation by members of Team T.M.I. We all enjoyed working together and feel we have developed a workshop that will be valuable to engineers for many years to come.